Greetings, Jedi Traders. David here of TradingFibs.com to bring you the daily trend for week 25, June 21st, 2016. As always, please seek financial advisement when trading with your money, as these videos are for educational purposes only. To support your knowledge in the market, see what's going through my head on any given day. Always make sure you have a solid trading plan and always manage your stop when placing a trade. All right, let's take a look at the econ data for today. It was all about the testimony getting going here. Janet Yellen on board as she continues to speak tomorrow. We do have numerous Fed speakers today, both today, tomorrow, and Thursday. So that's 2 days of testimony. So what did that do to the market today? Well, let's take a look at trading session focus week 25 for a whopping all the way down. We had a wonderful Monday. How did we do today? Whoa! There we go, 0 ticks. How about that? I guess wonderful Monday means a lame Tuesday. 0 ticks for today. It was all about the NQ turning into a flat trade. Did there mean there were no trends at all? Yeah, there were some trends. We'll take a look at that in a moment here. But from the get-go, from the market open, a price action, a little bit of divergence here, a buy signal on the NQ, and you got YM and ES to the downside. 4 charts in the red, and you got 3 charts in the green. Market doesn't know where it's going, and there you go. That's the kind of session we ended up with today. Does that mean there were no setups? Now, there were a couple setups in there. The question is, did you really want to trade something that was range-bound? Well, sure. There was somebody who liked that. There were a couple of sweet moves here. You can see on the ES towards the end of the session on a buy signal on 3 charts, almost 4 charts in the green. But at some point, you just decide to kick back and say, yeah, you know what, I'll just might sit that out for today. All right, taking a look at the AD line for the entire session. Again, price action. We saw that NQ going up, and we got YM and ES coming down. And really did think those might fly, but you can see we really, that 10-period exponential moving average hugging that 0 line. Price action really not getting very far towards the European closed market. Got a little bit of a lift, and we flattened out for several hours, and then there was that PM shift where price action got a little lift on a couple of the indices, but really didn't go any further. Jump into the 5-minute charts. Whoa, look at that. Aftermarket, or not yet. We're still in, got about 30 minutes here till the close. Crude getting a nice little lift here, up to $50. EIA report out tomorrow, but it really was the morning session within the 25-minute open range that held, and then got a little PM lift here, consolidation around the daily gap, and here, as we could see, price action getting a nice lift on the crude here in almost after hours trading. Take a look at the ES, YM, and NQ. We said range bound. We mean range bound within that 25-minute open range. Also, Globex low. Never really, almost getting up to that Globex high, but wasn't able to hold there. So ES closing out near the daily gap, yesterday's close. YM, again, very much range bound for the session. Daily gap was really that high zone there today, really not getting any higher, as well as the NQ, not only keeping to the 25-minute open range, but also to the daily gap and today's open. All right, let's take a look at how we do on our fib projection or levels today. Not very good. 60-minute. That's a daily chart here, as we can see. Targets high, targets low. At some point, I thought we might come down and get those target lows on both the ES and YM, but no go today. So 1 out of 1 for the week, and we do pretty good. So I expect maybe the next couple days we might be able to get that. But hey, whoever knows. All right, let's jump into the daily trend as the market is moving a little bit here on crude. We just saw this lift here. Very nice. All right, so talk about early morning hours. Crude had a nice move down on all in the red, 50 below 144 there. And again, a little mid-chop session, as we could see the 50 above the 144. But there it was. That was the setup here with about an hour and a half to go to the crude close. Soft pullback there on the buy signal. Let's go ahead and expand that chart so you can see that a little bit clearer. There's the buy signal. T3 moving averages above the T350. 4 charts in the green. There it is, soft pullback. And if you didn't get the initial entry, bang, you're into the upside. Another soft pullback. Buy signal here right now going on the crude to the upside. So very nice move. All right, taking a look at the YM. couple of setups on the YM to the downside, but really it was tough. It was tough to find a nice, smooth runaway trend, and really nothing ran away until the afternoon on a buy signal here. But again, 2 charts in the green, not my setup. Lower probability of success, even though it looks like a nice entry. Again, we had numerous small pockets of setups here. You can see the little circle here. Let me go ahead and expand that. There you go. You can see the sell signals here indicating that's right. 4 charts in the red, 4 charts in the red, 4 charts in the red. Where did this one go? Not very far, so that might have ended up being a loss. But again, you had Globex low down here. You had 25-minute open range, and you pretty much maybe just kept to saying, you know what, I'm just going to stay. Stay put and maybe not even trade it all. You can see the 50-144 pretty much hugging each other across the board. Let's take a look at the NQ. NQ, same picture. There it is. Sell signal, sell signal, sell signal, sell signal. Again, one of these got a little piece of it and then said, all right, we're on a runaway. Held on 2 contracts, didn't take any off, so just flattened out at 0 and nothing to go. PM session late here. Nice little run up here on 4 charts in the green on the NQ, but again, you see the 50-144 was pretty much just all over the place and pretty much flat for the most part. So again, a couple opportunities. Again, it's your choice. At some point, you say, "Oh, look, I seen this chop." Even you look at it and you say, "All right, there's a lower high, there's a lower high." They're so close to one another. It's almost not even worth it at some point to say, "You know what? I'm just going to stay out of that NQ. I'm going to stay out of it, stay off of it," even though it looks like a couple of healthy ticks to the downside. And not to say that there weren't setups, but I would have changed the trading style to say, all right, I got 4 charts in the red. This one, 3 charts in the red. I'm either going to go in and out, or I'm going to move my stop to break even right away. So if I have 10 ticks, then I walk away with 10 ticks instead of the 2 ticks based on price action reversal. All right, so there's your NQ. Could have done a lot better on that one today. All right, ES again, late afternoon setup was the best of the setups here with 3 charts in the green. That's right, that AD line took off to the upside on the green, 50 above 144, as you can see for the most part of the session here. There you go, from about European close to about lunchtime close plus some. AD 50 144, pretty darn close to one another, so not really opening that gap up. Take a look at gold. Gold had a nice overnight move. Price action again opening up in the U.S. market chop. Another move to the downside, as we can see the 51.44 not making any huge moves there. And the euro, which has been on a nice control move as we approach that Brexit. Sell signal downside, sell signal in the 51.44 also to the downside. We know that with the Brexit vote and the euro, which has been in a down slump for some months now, opportunity here. Sell signal 4 charts, sell signal 4 charts, sell signal 3 charts, and to the downside. So euro doing a little bit better than our indices, US 3 indices. Taking a look at the daily gaps, we did have a daily gap here from the other session, which was not closed out down here, 2068.25. So we got open gaps both above and below. So unfinished business in both directions. So you got to be ready both days. Taking a look at the YM up here, we got an open gap here right below at 641, and crude now leaning upside to 50.23. So we just closed that out. So we can go ahead and put a dash on that. 50.23 taking out that gap. So CL taking care of unfinished business. 48.29, the lower gap downside as we lead into tomorrow's EIA report. Again, NQ with an open gap up here at 85.75. Taking a look at the volume profile, we had 17,805. We can see price action on the YM lifting up there, not really able to push that higher. 600-day VPOC down here 42.90, and ES up here 93.50. So hanging around, finding some safety in the market right now as indecision time rolls. Crude again, big picture, we kind of just waffling up, down, back up. We're hanging around that $50 price structure with a VPOC down here at 48.30. All right, taking a look at the daily pick. Let's pull up that 4-hour trend as we see the daily CL crude. We get that nice little lift there. Again, nice little green bar. Again, what's indicating that we're still in an uptrend? Well, T3 moving averages up here 50 above the 144. There's the 144 on the yellow, and T3 moving averages now back upside. So are we going to get that open gap up there? Fib extension around the 55.75. What open gap do we have? Oh, take a look at the crude and roll it down. There it is, 55.41. So that is an upper level that we are going to look at. And if we continue up there, what's the probability that we continue? Well, as long as the T3 moving averages are holding above the 51.44 and we got a green background, we'll at least go to those highs, if not higher, and then see some perhaps chop up here. Hey, you never know what will happen in the market, but that seems to be a target at this point for crude. All right, let's take a look at those three indices and wrap this up for today. Just below average on the three indices here from the NQ, ES, and YM. 50 still holding below the 144s on all three indices, indicating the downwards trend. NQ leading the stroll here. Hunt down, T3 moving averages downside, and again the ES and the YM. So we got almost divergent indices here. The ES and the YM holding above the YM, above the 144, as the NQ is holding below the 50 after a reject at the 50 EMA. So who's the leading indicator here? Good question, as the NQ holding underneath the 200 MA. Again, you always got to be ready both directions every day for intraday. On the futures, if you're looking at ETFs, stocks, options, a little bit bigger picture, you need to look at a bigger time frame. Bigger time frame will lead you into looking at pullbacks. Look at the bigger time frame. If you're in trend in the bigger time frame, look to the lower time frame for the entry. What am I talking about? Well, let's take a look at multiple time frames. For instance, on the NQ here, price action, as we could see, when we have two, that's right, the two moving averages here. You got the T3, you got the T350 and the 50 EMA. You have a higher time frame here. If both trends are downside, we look to the smaller time frame for the entry sell signal as it crosses over, and price action to the downside in after hours trading. Again, you could have looked for anything intraday. Intraday was a little bit trickier today because the higher time frames really didn't have a lot of time to catch up, and then all of a sudden, look what we got. There's your intraday setups, and intraday setups really wasn't able to move away from that T350. So that's why it made a little bit of a challenge trading those intraday pockets. Again, don't need these. It's just another confirmation to show that you are in trend and you have a higher probability of running away. But again, NQ, not too bad today. Could have been a lot better, but sell signals with 3 charts in the red, 3 to 4 charts in the red, you can do yourself well. All right, looking ahead for the week as we move into Wednesday, June 22nd, EIA report. You get some move existing home sales and continued Janet Yellen testimony. As we roll into Thursday and Friday, it's all about the Brexit. So eyes up, eyes up. All right, that concludes today's daily trend. Feel free to stop by at tradingfibs.com or any of my social media outlets to obtain more information. My trading mantra of one simple strategy: any market, any chart, any time frame will keep you disciplined. You find me every day on Twitter at TradingFibs. As always, I leave the crystal ball to the experts. I only trade what's in front of me and on my charts. As always, I leave your bias at the door when trading. Don't forget to check out the futures, ETF, and market cap leaders weekend outlook for the week, covering anything for the futures, ETFs, key indices, FX pairs, total stock market index. Go ahead and click on the weekly supplemental technical momentum outlook, 97-page document covering each of those in a chart and current trend, both short-term and long-term trend. Have yourselves a blue zone day. That's your daily insights. Good day, good night, and good trading.